If we attain Nibbana, past a fruit consciousness, maybe get another a supramental consciousness. If you not attain anything, you just ordinary person, maybe we stay about 40. We study later, late, exactly, That's the animal, how many consciousness they have. Yeah, later we understand for animal, for human being, for the Sotabana, stream enterer, for the Sagaragami, once returner, for never returner, for Arhat, how many consciousness they get experience. And that person also depend on the play, existence, is the sensual sphere or form sphere, formless sphere. There's the events Arhat is different. What plane, what existence, how many consciousness can arise, something like that. We study at chapter 5. So many things we have to study to learn. So the last one is the Somanasa Sahagada Hasitupada. Right? Hasitupada. This is the smile producing consciousness accompanied by pleasure. See? Smile producing consciousness. This consciousness is the functional consciousness, belong to Arhat, not for us. Not for us. For when we smile, for ordinary people, when we smile, later I will understand later, we have 8 types of consciousness. 1 of 8, we smile with this consciousness. For Sotabana, Sagaragami, Anagami, we have 6 consciousness. For Arhats, the Buddha, 5. You want to know that? And also, the 6 classes of laughter, when we smile, when we laugh, we have 6 kind of person. So we have to, for knowledge, I would like you to write down, and then I explain to you one by one. 6 classes of laughter. Laughter, right? 6 classes of laughter. Number 1, smile, manifesting. Smile, manifesting itself. Let's write down. Smile, manifesting itself in expression and countenance. Get it right? This means when we smile, just manifesting, just expression and countenance means just our mouth, It's not show off our teeth. Maybe just move little. Maybe our eyes, more white, just expression, just little, just smile. We call in expression and countenance. Countenance. Countenance is the COUNTENANCE. Just open eyes, the wider than the normally, This one kind of smile is very good, And number 2, smile consistent in the slight movement of lip. smile consisting in the slight movement of the lips. Just enough to reveal the lips of the teeth. Just enough to reveal the lips of the teeth. When we smile, just have a slight movement, just show our teeth little, It's no sound, It's one kind of smile. Smile consisting in the slight movement of the lip, just enough to reveal the lips of the teeth. Number 3, laughter giving out a light sound. Laughter giving out a light sound. And we have, a light sound occur. 3. Number 4, laughter accompanied by the movement of the head, shoulders, and arms. You feel very happy, right? As when your head, your shoulder, your arm. Laughter accompanied by the movement of the head, shoulders, and arms. Number 5. Laughter accompanied by shedding of tears. Very happy, right? Shedding of tears. And number 6, an outburst of laughter. Outbursts of laughter accompanied by the forward and backward movement. Of the entire body from the head to the foot. So mostly we experience all the 6 classes of laugh or smile, right? Sometimes just a smile, When it's something we don't say anything, we just smile, and just manifesting self-expression and contentment. It's a smile. And the 2 is my consisting in the slight movement of the lip, we smile, show our teeth little. And number 3 is the giving out a light sound. Number 4, we experience every kind of this love or smile. And we sometimes, we're very happy. Move our head, our shoulder, arms, happy. Sometimes, our tears, shedding tears. Sometimes, very happy, So, but mostly, we can guess the person, who's the cultural person, average person, or lower classes person. We can classify this 6th class of this laughter. And for the Buddha, in commentary, they explain about the smile, the love. Just only 1 and 2. The Buddha, just smile, only 1 and 2. How about us? all of them, but mostly, we are mostly is someone indulged in by 1 and 2. We call culture person. Culture person. Mostly, should be mostly culture person. Number 3 and 4 is for average person. Average person. 3 and 4. For a lower classes person, just mostly 5 and 6. Now, one number right now. One number. Number 4, right? We see our shoulder and arm and head. This movement is the number 4. Not shedding tear, right? Not fine, not. This is not mean. Whenever we love with this number 5 and 6 should be lower class. It's not named like that. Mostly the person, You can guess someone, you know yourself. One number. One number. So, we already know about 6 classes of laughter. Now we have to know the consciousness. Now we love. What kind of consciousness right now? So if we study this Abhidhamma, you know right away, now you smile, you laugh. What kind of consciousness arises in your mind? Yeah, we know right away. But depend on the object, depend on the reason. Depend. It's not when we laugh, it's you see, when we hit the jackpot, we feel very happy, we laugh, or we smile. It's not wholesome or unwholesome. It's unwholesome. You see? Unwholesome. Somanasa, in unwholesome we have somanasa, pleasurable feeling. And in wholesome also we have depend on the object, the reason, the case, So, for ordinary worldling person, the worldling we call Pudujana, who are not yet attained enlightenment, because the ordinary worldling person, we will smile or laugh with the 8 types of consciousness. And some of we already know, some we not study yet. 8, 8. I can tell you right now, just write it down, or maybe next week we can see it, what kind of the consciousness. An ordinary worldly person, we laugh with, smile with, 8 types of consciousness. 8 is in unwholesome consciousness, how many somanasa we have? Pleasure, feeling. In unwholesome, we have in Lobha, Mula, Chitta, 4, right? 4. This is 4 kind of, the consciousness rooted in attachment, right? 4 kind of somanasa. That's why I would like all of you to remember what is the somanasa, what is the ubeka, something like that. The somanasa, this pleasure feeling, this be happy about that. That's the 4, right? Number 4. And also, in a wholesome consciousness, maybe we study it next week, we have 4 kind of somanasa too. You can see this card, the one I give you. It's the 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 4 column. We already studied 4 columns, right? The 5 column is see that, right? 4 is no spot inside, it's the somanasa. There's 4 kind of this wholesome consciousness, and in unwholesome consciousness we have somanasa 4, 8 kind of consciousness can arise. If concerned about sensual object, it's unwholesome consciousness. It depends on about the generosity, about your morality, about your concentration, about meditation, about the good thing, and if you're happy about that, it's the we smile, we laugh. It's the wholesome consciousness, that depends on the object. So we have 8 types of consciousness. For Sagaragami, or for Sotapanna, Sagaragami, Anagami, we already know last week, right? We talked about that. The stream enter or winner, a stream winner or stream enterer, you can call it. Or once returner, never returner. For 3, this person may smile or laugh with 6 types of consciousness. Only 6. For ordinary worldly person, 8, right? For them 6. Why? Because they already eradicated Titikada Sambayut. Already know that, right? This is the consciousness connected with wrong view. They don't have wrong view, right? They already eradicated wrong view, 2 wrong view. That's why there are only 6 kind of consciousness, Oh yes, there are only 3, not 4. For stream enterer and 1 returner, never returner. For 3 person, when they smile, they laugh, with this 6 type of consciousness. Because they already eradicated 2 kind of this unwholesome consciousness connected with wrong view. They don't have wrong view. That's only 6. For Arahant, for the Buddha and Arahant or silent Buddha, only 5. Only 5. 5 is the ones that is the smile producing consciousness, functional, right? And you see this card, number 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 row is the functional sense sphere consciousness. The upper 4 is somanasa, the functional consciousness for Arahant, for the Buddha. When they smile, when they laugh, they smile, laugh with this consciousness. That's why for Arahant, this now we just see only 1, right? This Hasitukpada, smile producing consciousness, and the one we will study later is the functional sense sphere consciousness, only 5. So now briefly just know it. For an ordinary worldly person may smile or laugh with 8 types of consciousness. For the Sotapanna, Sagaragami and Anagami, 3 persons who gain enlightenment first time, second time, third time, may smile or laugh with 6 types of consciousness. For the Buddha, for Arahant, for Vajjiga Buddha, because silent Buddha, may smile or laugh with 5 types of consciousness. That's all the functional, should be functional and somanasa, right? Accompanied by pleasure. So, I think for today, this is enough, right? Yes, we have to exercise, about I will test you a little, for exercise. So now for today we study about rootless consciousness. How many we have? Rootless consciousness. Yes, 18. 18, right? rootless conscious 18. 18 unwholesome resultant consciousness, how many one we have? 7. Rootless wholesome resultant consciousness 8. And rootless functional consciousness 3. So 3. And then among this rootless consciousness, how many somanasa we have? Somanasa, this is the pleasure feeling. Only 2, right? What are they? Yes? Yeah, only 2. Somana on pleasure, only 2. How many ubeka in different feeling we have here? No. 14, right? Great. You're right, 14. 14, you see, the first group, how many ubeka we have? 6, right? Except dukkha, sagada, right? We have 6. And second group, how many one we have? We have 6 too. So 6 plus 6, 12. And the third group, 1 and 2, right? 14 ubeka. So how many dukkha we have? 1. How many sukha we have? 1. So all is the 18. Now, unwholesome consciousness 12 and rootless consciousness 18 plus together how many? 30. 30. Among 30, how many somanasa, how many ubeka? Yes, I would like all of you to study, for next week homework. Right? Here we already experience here 5 kind of feeling. When it's meditation, we just experience this 5 kind of feeling. The one feeling is the pleasure feeling, displeasure feeling, or indifferent, or we can call neutral feeling, and painful feeling, right? And also here, physical happiness. We have 5 kind of feeling. So, somanasa, thomanasa, ubeka, these 3 kind of feeling are purely mental. Right? Somanasa, thomanasa, ubeka, these 3 kind of feeling are purely mental. No need to any sense object, Just think about something, you feel pleasure or displeasure or indifferent feeling, it's mental, purely mental. For sukha and dukkha, there's 2 kind of feeling are purely physical. Purely physical. Physical depend on the body, regard to the body, right? And then we have the feeling, pain feeling, and happiness. So, or we have 5 kind of feelings. On chapter 3, we will study about the feelings, 5 feelings, 3 feelings, 2 feelings, and 1 feeling. We'll study later. So, for next week, I will all of you to review what we have studied, the 30 type of consciousness, and very easy next week, not very easy. And here, Kama Vajara Sobhana Citta 24. Right? If we understand unwholesome consciousness, one, we don't have to, try so much about that. We just know it right away. Because the name is the same. So I will let all of you to repeat one time, to understand for pronunciation. Now, Kamajara Kusala Chitta, right? Somanasa Sahagada Jnana Sambayutta Asankharika. You see, in unwholesome consciousness rooted in attachment, we call Ditti Sambayutta, right? Here, just to change, instead of Ditti, we substitute Jnana. That's it. All is the same, you see? All the same. So, number 2, Somanasa Sahagada Jnana Sambayutta Sankharika. Number 3, Somanasa Sahagada Jnana Vipayutta Asankharika. Number 4, Somanasa Sahagada Jnana Vipayutta Sankharika. Number 5, Ubekha Sahagada Jnana Sambayutta Asankharika. Number 6, Ubekha Sahagada Jnana Sambayutta Sankharika. Number 7, Ubekha Sahagada Jnana Vipayutta Asankharika. Number 8, Ubekha Sahagada Jnana Vipayutta Sankharika. Yeah, the same way for the Sahetuka Kama Vachara Vipaka Chitta.